Warning, the following video contains explicit language, which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Gather around the mic every Thursday night. No scripts, no plans, just a verbal fight. It's a mess of genius and a sprinkle of wit. Welcome to the chaos, we're just talking shit. Just talking shit, and we don't even care. Throwing out nonsense like it's...
All right, y'all, we're back.
I cannot hear
episode.
that. How y'all doing? I cannot hear that theme song and not sing along.
Yeah, it's hard to.
And the the little guitar.
Although the explicit warning this week is
it did say video in it though.
A little different.
Well, that's okay.
It's still
So for all those who were listening, the explicit warning is the audio as well.
100%. 100%.
If adult supervision is required to listen to this, we'll probably have no listeners, so we might let all listeners be involved.
It's adult content only.
Yeah,
but mentally, I mean, the shit talkers are not always.
No,
they're not all. They're like us. They're not always.
How many pages of notes do you have?
It's not that bad. You don't worry about it. Okay?
Mine is only a few pages, and it's very large text. I'm just saying.
Mine's right here.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Anywho, how's y'all's week?
You notice how the oldest one of the group is using the technology, and the youngest one is using the paper.
Mm-hmm. My week's been busy.
Busy?
I've had to deal with a lot of things this week.
Yeah.
Have you had to yell at people? You've yelled at some people for some back problems this week, haven't you? That's always fun when you get to yell at people.
Well, people don't listen until you get angry sometimes. They really don't.
Ain't that a fact?
It is a fact. You have to get angry sometimes for people to hear what you're saying.
We had our first UT football game this past weekend, and we won.
That was a good segue.
That was a good segue.
We did win.
Sorry.
And for those that live in Alabama, I'm sorry about your luck, but
roll Tide roll.
And also,
they
Nico
did. Rolled right into a loss.
And also, too,
yes, they did.
Nico flopped on his opening with UCLA.
I had to teach him to leave our asses, wouldn't it?
Nico Moon.
You ever notice? You would think no one ever leaves the University of Tennessee and goes on to great success, short of one basketball coach.
Lane Kiffin.
Exactly. Except for one basketball coach. Lane Kiffin didn't go into success. He's going to get fired now.
You said exactly.
Yeah, you really did.
Your research
I was like,
No, I mean, I said not one person leaving the University of Tennessee's football program has gone on for success. During this whole, this trade thing that's going on now.
The NIL.
Yeah, nobody's going on to find any success anywhere else other than, when they leave UT. We had Bruce Pearl, only coach I know that ever left. He wasn't football, he's basketball, but he's one of the only people I know that left the UT program and still found success somewhere else.
About Philip Fulmer.
Where'd he go? And where'd he find any success?
He was on the blind side.
Playing the head of
UT football.
Okay, I'm referring to in sports programs.
That's success. You said success, man. Okay. And I gave you success.
I'm pretty sure he made less for that movie than he made in his year of his career at UT.
Athletic director there for a minute.
Yeah, he was ADT there for a minute. Yes, he was.
He was. He was that. I'm talking about, but at UT.
But it's success.
He didn't leave UT.
He did leave and came back.
Semantics.
Really?
Semantics.
Anyways, I wasn't trying to take over from what you were saying. I just.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
That was good.
It probably wasn't worth listening to.
Yeah, if people don't listen, that's why I had to get angry. I said. That's why I had to get angry.
It happens like that sometimes. I got to witness that recently. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I even got to get a little payback for you. That was even nicer.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
That's what brothers are for.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's stick it in.
Yeah. We had a lovely lady that Chris was engaging in conversation with, and one of our acquaintances decided he was going to interrupt that and in a not so gentlemanly way. So Chris proceeded to exit him from the conversation.
Just talk to him like a man.
Proceeded to let him know it was time for him to make his exit from the conversation.
Talk to him like a man.
And he proceeded to exit that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So then he tried it again when you weren't there. So I proceeded to do the exact same thing to him, just for my own entertainment, really. And it was completely petty, and I was childish, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but I enjoyed it. So it was what it was. And the whole time I'm like, this was for Chris.
You gotta have fun.
This is for Sparky. This is for Sparky.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, funny part's when I come home and tell my wife how I'm flirting with these other girls just to cock block some guy. Not because I'm interested, just because I want to cock block.
No, that's all right.
And she laughs.
Yeah, more power to her.
I'm cool like that.
Yep.
She is that. She knows where I come home to.
Mm-hmm. Damn right. Anyways.
I
so
wish we could go into more
ready
detail on
to,
that story because that's a great story. But unfortunately, to protect the guilty, we got to leave the names out of it. So,
anyways, so
our week has actually been, well, I take that back. It was a little bit more eventful last weekend. Did I even to talk about that last weekend? We had an emergency room visit for one of the family members that took us a long time. It's been a kind of busy week and a half.
Last week's, yeah. And then this week we just had, it was this Labor Day weekend. So.
Yeah, you had your big overalls on, didn't you?
I did.
She did. We went to a UT party to watch the game,
Yeah,
and she got lots of comments about rocking them
and
overalls.
I looked cute AF. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, you did.
I heard you got a lot of compliments.
I did.
Yeah, it was.
I did.
She did, yeah.
I heard.
She was all UT'd out, and it worked. So now she has to wear it every week.
Yeah.
So we got to get that done.
More proud to you.
Yeah, I got to get those hemmed up for you, though.
Yeah, I really do.
Because they're kind of long.
You want me to hem them?
You gonna actually do it?
No.
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 Dave, our friend Dave's mom actually offered to do it for him.
So did Elisa's mom.
And Elisa's mom.
I do it. One to be shorter than the other.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks, though.
I want to be sure.
I'm not a seamstress, but I'm good at everything I do.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Anywho, so
that pork loin.
That pork loin was pretty good, though.
Oh,
Thank you.
He smoked us a meatloaf and a pork loin. Well, not for us, but he smoked some and he brought us
I
some.
did for y'all.
And it was fantastic. I haven't got to try the meatloaf, but the pork loin was pretty badass.
The meatloaf's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to have some.
Doing.
We have a fur visitor in the room now.
I think he's wanting back outside, to be honest with you.
Probably. Just so happens that the exit that the critters feel like they have to use is
right
in here in our studio. So hold on just one moment. Let's let this little kitty out.
The fact that your cat wants outside is a problem.
Why is that a problem?
Because they're house cats.
Well, he just goes and hangs out in the backyard. He's too old to wander.
Yeah, he don't wander.
He knows where his food.
Wander.
He barely wanders, let alone wander.
Okay, wander.
Well, you said wander. I'm like,
well, we do.
What's he wonder
We
about?
have one cat that wanders and one cat that wanders.
Yeah, what's he wonder about?
Because Sophie certainly doesn't wander. She's
Well, I'm friends with you.
It's hurtful. It's very
That's
hurtful.
fact.
Very hurtful. I've had a bad week.
I know.
We only
You're
pick,
all right.
we only
Very
pick
hurtful.
we only pick on the ones we love.
I hate y'all.
See?
All right, anyways, are you guys ready to delve into
Get
this
going.
week's
Yep.
folklore fact
Let's
or
do it.
fiction segment?
Yeah, let's rock
All
with
right.
that one.
Well, give me just a second. Let me get it set up. I should have been.
So
I am
That's
prepared.
what I would have done prior to suggesting that we
I am
move into the
prepared,
segment.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I'd probably done too.
I was actually more prepared than I
As
thought.
we were talking, I'd have had it set up.
Okay, well, fuck you both. Okay, here we go.
I'm just saying what I'd have done if I was producing this.
At midnight, under a moonless sky, a lone figure walks down a dusty road, the Crossroads. He kneels, lays down his guitar, and waits. Soon, footsteps approach. A tall, shadowy stranger emerges. A deal is struck. Fame, talent, and glory in exchange for his soul. Tonight, we dive into one of the most enduring legends in American folklore, the Crossroads deal. Was it real? Was it myth? And what do we really know about the first musician said to bargain with the devil himself? So, the roots of the Crossroads is what we're going to start off with.
Being a music lover, I'm kind of particularly excited about this one.
Yeah. So, the Crossroads, place so ordinary in daylight, just two dirt paths meeting in the middle of nowhere. But at night, it becomes something else, a threshold between worlds. So, there's African roots based in the Crossroads, and Yoruba spirituality. I don't know how to say this god or whatever they think he is, but he was known as a trickster. Eshu Elegbe. Again, it's a weird name.
I don't know. It's your segment.
Well, I'm sorry, they don't have a phonetic spelling.
The internet does.
Okay, well, let me look it up real quick.
I would hope you'd done that earlier.
Well, I also work during the day, so.
Well, you talked to me earlier, so you had time.
Well, no, because she talked to you earlier.
Yeah. So she had time.
Yeah, no, she didn't because she didn't have to talk to you instead.
She wasn't listening to me. I saw it. She was doing the whole nut.
Oh, like my
head
segments.
nod.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I do listen. I just sometimes it's a little bit split.
This is a long segment.
It is.
God bless America.
Here we go. The phonetic spelling.
Ishu Elegebre. Yeah, okay, so whatever.
Can you say it again?
No.
We're just going to call him the god.
Was the trickster, gatekeeper, and master of fate. In Haitian voodoo, Papa Legbe, old man with cane and pop, opened pathways to the spirit's world. Wait, did I say that right?
I don't know, but this seems to come with a bounce of ball. That's all I know.
Well, so it's
Trying
like
to follow it.
Okay,
You're a minute and a half.
this is just the roots. So where this is the African roots based in like where the whole Crossroads thing.
You said they were into voodoo, or
Yeah, it's just the hoodoo and
Voodoo.
voodoo were a big part of it, and then also European influences were medieval. Suicides and criminals buried at Crossroads, spirits trapped wandering, witches rumored to practice rituals there.
Okay.
So that's the European influence on it.
Do you have your papers out of order?
No, these are just a different influence, the roots of it. So like in Africa, these are the roots of the Crossroads for each section.
I just asked a question.
Well, I take you there.
That's all I was doing.
But anyway, so in hoodoo and southern folk magic, hoodoo practitioners use crossroads for spells, divination, and spirit work. Rituals include leaving objects or waiting silently for a figure to appear.
So the crossroads are an actual location.
Yeah, it's literally 2 dirt road paths that cross in the middle.
Okay.
Right.
In Louisiana, we've covered this part.
We haven't yet.
Oh.
See?
Well, she
We
said
haven't
earlier we
yet.
were going back to Louisiana.
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I made that up just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he said Louisiana.
I didn't say Louisiana. I never said Louisiana.
Oh, well, I know I didn't say Louisiana.
Okay, I may have just made that up in my head right now.
Fuck, hey, man, this...
Go ahead.
Okay, anyway.
Stick with it. Come on, you got it.
So the symbolism behind the crossroads is a choice, destiny, temptation, the perfect soul for legends of bargaining away one's soul. So when a young bluesman walks into the night, guitar in hand, and kneels at the crossroads, he isn't just standing at dirt. He's standing at the meeting place of African gods, European fears, and Southern magic. So, I mean, maybe if you guys would have been just a little bit more patient, you would have seen how.
I still don't see.
What don't you see?
So the crossroads are a place where you go if you're a musician to sell your soul.
Not necessarily musician.
No, it's a 4-way dirt road that she's saying has had all these spiritual influences in this segment of these roads,
Okay.
both from African and European religious beliefs.
Okay, where is this road? That's what I'm asking. I'm not being funny right now. I'm being serious.
Well, that comes towards the end. So
Okay.
Wait to find out about.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And really, a crossroads, I don't think is really just one place. I think any place there's a crossroads.
Oh, I thought it was a physical place.
That's what I thought.
I don't think it's just one place, though. It is a physical place, but it's not just
One place.
One
It's every
place.
I
crossroads.
think it's more like a spiritual crossroads.
yes.
Okay.
Like Bone Thugs and Harmony said.
Yeah. Exactly.
The first of them.
So the first musician, Tommy Johnson. So before Robert Johnson, there was Tommy Johnson. Born in 1896, Tommy openly claimed he sold his soul at the crossroads. His brother Liddell told folklorist David Evans, "Tommy told me if I wanted to play, I could go down to a crossroads. A big black man would meet you, take your guitar, tune it, and when he handed it back, you'd be able to play anything."
See, from that context, it sounds very much like a physical place.
Yes, it does.
And I just said, yes, it is a physical place, but it's not just one crossroads. Like wherever
okay.
there's a road and a crossroad
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
is where you can go to make those bargains.
Okay.
All right. So Tommy's infamous song, Canned Heat Blues, crying, "Canned heat, mama's sure, Lord killing me, takes a Alka rub to take these canned heat blues." Alka rub. Oh, Alka rub. So it takes Alka rub to take these canned heat blues. He drank Sterno Fuel, canned heat, when liquor ran dry. His music sounded touched by desperation, haunted. He warned young musicians, greatness comes at a price. His decline and death in 1956 cemented his reputation as the first man to make the deal. Because a lot of people thought Robert Johnson was the first one to make a deal.
Or do you think him drinking Sterno cans may have caused his demise?
And that could very well be.
That's what I'm wondering. If the supposed Crossroads that's the deal with the devil is the devil's not the alcohol, and because you're talking, this was in what era?
So this is in 1896.
Oh, right. So
yeah, I listened.
So you're talking there at the turn of the century, right? We're getting ready to go into Prohibition about 20 years later, 25 years later, and alcohol's like a major thing right then.
Yeah.
And there's really not much regulation on it.
Well, Prohibition's not till 1920.
That's what I just said, about 25 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but my point is that alcohol at that point in time isn't it's a very high priced thing because there's not a lot of regulation on it at that point.
But he's drinking Sterno.
It's still an alcohol base.
Yeah, but that's very strong.
But he's trying to get fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal.
So what exactly is I don't.
It's you can burn it. You burn it to like camping fuel.
It's a flammable alcohol. It's so hot, it's flammable.
Yeah.
You'll see it in like a lot of commercial kitchens or like, what's the word I'm looking for? Buffets will use them to heat up the underpans. Yeah. They're in little metal candles that are like liquid inside of them.
Yeah.
Those are Sterno cans.
Okay.
But they're just an alcohol base.
It's just very flammable alcohol.
Right. It's a high octane alcohol.
Okay, I never heard of Sterno.
That's why I was saying he was drinking Sterno. I'm like, shit, that's
some high octane shit.
But that was also when the liquor ran dry, so I don't know exactly. But I'm sure anytime you drink it, it's probably
not going to be good. But I'm sure their Sternos too weren't compounded with all the chemicals ours are now.
Probably not.
Yeah. But still, it was straight alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, high octane alcohol, basically right off the what do you call it? The distillery alcohol.
Distilled.
It hadn't been reduced down at all.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
pure grain alcohol.
So Crossroads can be a physical place.
Yeah, and again, that's going to come at the end more so. I mean, I've got lists of locations.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Well, I did at one point. Hold on.
So there must be several of these kind of stories maybe over time.
The location debate.
Yeah.
So I got that, yeah. Okay, so Robert Johnson, who was born in 1911, wasn't an oppressive player at first. Son House recalled when Robert played, people begged him to stop. Then he vanished, and when he came back, he played like no one else. He sold his soul to the devil, they said. The ritual was midnight, Crossroads, guitar in hand. A tall man appears, tunes it, hands it back. Suddenly, the player has an earthly mastery. So, some of Robert's lyrics really played into a lot of the Crossroads.
A lot of the theories?
Yeah. So, a lot of his, one of his songs, Crossroad Blues. I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees, asked the Lord above for mercy, save me if you please. Another one called Me and the Devil Blues. Early this morning when he knocked upon my door, and I said, hello, Satan, I believe it's time to go. And another one called Hellhound on my trail. I got to keep moving, blues falling down like hell, there's a hellhound on my trail. So, what I will say, what I have known about Crossroads.
Hellhound almost sounds like withdrawals.
But, well, see, and a lot of this is also, too, from the show Supernatural, which is based a lot of folklore, where the Crossroads come in.
Right.
You do know that the devil also was the angel over music.
Yeah. Yeah.
No wonder I like that guy.
Yeah. So in the series there, where they do a Crossroads deal, what they call a Crossroads, it's 10 years. You sell your soul for 10 years, and then if in the 10 years your soul gets collected, and they send a hellhound after it to drag you to hell. So it's interesting that's in that concept of the show, and it also shows up here in the blues as well.
In his music,
yeah. So I mean, I just think that's interesting. It's just a common aspect across, I think, the folklore itself.
And in the music world, like, Robert Johnson was legend.
Yeah, and like you said...
And not just legend because of the story, but his playing was legendary.
Yeah. And it's crazy that he didn't know how to play at first, and then he just comes back, and now a lot of that could have been, he could have went and practiced his ass off, and a lot of people got good.
Consider him to be the grandfather of blues today.
Yeah. So his death in 1938, poisoned whiskey, jealous husband, no doctor, no grave marker. He died at 27, joining the infamous 27 Club. Only 29 songs recorded, but they define blues in the Crossroads myth.
And have you ever see any pictures of Robert Johnson? He's a big black guy. And he looks, the old adage, and I don't mean this negative, but the old adage, black don't crack, right? A lot of African Americans, black folks don't age, physically look like they age as much as other nationalities. Well, you look at the pictures of this guy, and I've seen just from being in music, he looks to be like late 40s, early 50s, maybe even older, and he's 27, which makes me wonder the alcohol we discussed,
Hard living,
or that and the alcohol we discussed, and those demons that are chasing him. You know, there's a lot. To me, there could be a lot of metaphors, but we'll cover that when we decide if it's folklore fact.
All right. So, the legend spreads far beyond Mississippi. Robert Johnson's recordings inspired Muddy Waters, Eric Clapton, the Rolling Stones, and Led Zeppelin. Clapton called Johnson's music the most powerful cry I think you can find in the human voice. So, the pop culture references to Crossroads, there was a 1986 film, Crossroads, retold the myth. Then also
movie.
TV show Supernatural, what I just said.
What you said.
Popularized crossroad demons and hellhounds. Writers use crossroads as metaphors for ambition, destiny, and danger. Like you said earlier, Bone Thug and Harmony, right?
Yep. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. Crossroads, that was always a good song, though.
Mm-hmm.
So the location debate. So some say it's Clarksdale, Mississippi, at highways 49 and 61 is marked as the crossroads. Others argue it's symbolic, any place where fate turns. So I think it's any place there's a crossroads, if you believe in the myth.
See, Mississippi's where I've heard of that story originating from.
Yeah, and
The Delta Blues.
Well, that he bounced around that between the underground bars and clubs throughout southern Mississippi, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Delta.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just got my closing, and then that's all of it for.
That's pretty. I like that one because I enjoy anything music based. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
So that one to me, the Robert Johnson story and the Crossroads story is great. It's a really good story, and you could deep dive into that for a long time.
Yeah, I could. I know
it's probably hard to consolidate it into
and
a segment size.
It's just, and she didn't lay it out. My chat did not lay it out as well as I would have liked for it to have been laid out. But
see, my segment will teach you how to do that. You have to tell ChatGPT to make it easy to read and follow.
Yeah. Well,
Chris says make it
the first though,
or the way Chris words it, make it to where I can understand it.
Hell yeah, and it fucking does.
Well, also too, the first I stumbled on the first part of it because the names threw me off, and then
yeah, but I mean, I think the names of those devils are probably less relevant than the actual story about the bulk of the story there about him deciding whether. But I do like to get to whether it's folklore, fact, or fiction. I think when you look at the story of Robert Johnson, obviously there's enough historical fact there that he did obviously exist.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's indisputable. And he was a very well-respected, well-renowned musician and blues player. That part's and considered amongst a lot to be the grandfather of blues. So I think that's all indisputable, right? His talent is indisputable. I think the spiritual side of it, obviously, I mean, I think the audience probably knows where we all end up standing every time on this one. But again, the folklore's the fact is he existed and he was an amazing blues player. The fiction is that he sold his soul for it, right? For me, I think he more likely, him selling his soul was him giving into alcohol. I think his improvement.
Well, there wasn't any mention of Robert doing alcohol. That was Tommy.
Robert Johnson was the same thing, but it's in that story or not. He's the same way.
He was a boozer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they just left that out then on my.
I guess, but he was the same way. He was the same way.
Next time you do research, you should talk.
Robert was the one I knew of. Tommy, I didn't know as much. Robert was who I'd heard of. Robert was the big legend I was aware of.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to talk about Tommy, because people think Robert was the first one.
Because he's the one they made the legend out of.
Yeah,
but
from all accounts, it was Tommy.
So was Tommy the one they were saying was 27 when he died, not Robert?
No, Tommy was... So he was born in 1896. He died in 1956.
So, okay, so he was 60 years old.
Yeah. So like I said, he had that infamous song, Canned Heat Blues.
Right, yeah.
Crying canned heat, mama's sure, Lord killing me, takes alcohol rub, takes these canned heat blues.
That's Sterno he's talking about.
Yeah.
Essentially. Not necessarily the exact same thing our Sterno is today, but it basically canned liquid fire, essentially is what it is. But yeah, Robert was the legend I was aware of. So I don't know if he was 27. If he was 27, that may be the case too, because
Robert was
27. Because like I said, then that would explain the alcohol as far as it being the folklore side of it. That would explain why the alcohol, maybe he would suggest that the devil was after him, or the demons were after him, and I think it was just the alcohol. Because a lot of that era, man, from like the late 1800s to even the early 1930s, there was a lot of alcohol and cannabis references in their music, a whole lot that people are unaware of. That might have to be a segment I do on our history thing.
Yeah.
You go back and look at a lot of your old jazz music. A lot of that old jazz music back in the day was purely about smoking marijuana. And if you think about the hip-hop culture of today, kind of the reputation that it has about marijuana and women and things of that, partying and sleeping around and all these things.
Oh, Afro Man.
Right. So, but you look at that and you go back, all that is the jazz of today. Because you go back and look at the jazz of back then, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was dominantly an African-American style of music, and it was dominantly about the marijuana and alcohol and oppression, which is what a lot of the music of hip-hop and stuff is today. A lot of the African-American black music is of today. A lot of it's about half about partying and half about oppression.
Yeah.
Right? They're talking about we're coming up from the streets and these things are rough and we hate this shit. And then the other parts of, but we're celebrating life and we're out here doing our thing. And so their music was a lot of the same thing. They were tired of the oppression and they're hiding in the underground. What are you looking for?
My phone.
Your phone?
Oh.
So, but they were in the underground just, singing about being together and partying, and they were smoking a lot. Etta James, 90% of her music was about weed.
Really?
Yep. Very
The
little.
only one I know is That Last.
Right? Because that was her most favorite song.
Yeah.
It was like at every wedding that ever existed, somebody did. It was my first wedding song. Huh?
What song?
At Last by Etta James.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I really don't.
Do you not?
Maybe I heard it. I'm like,
Oh, I guarantee you heard
At
it.
last, my love has come along.
no, I never heard
You
it.
don't know? That's a great song.
No,
My
thank
lonely
God.
days are...
Lonely days are over.
Let me play it.
No, it's okay.
Well, we can't for copyright
Yeah,
reasons.
copyright reason.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
But either way, but it's a great song, and it's the song that she's probably the song she's most well known for. But even you go back and Louis Armstrong and all those guys back then, they were all singing about weed.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Now that's...
Almost, I would say 95% of his music was about weed and alcohol.
Good music.
And he was a huge stoner.
I know who sings that.
Huge
But what's
stoner.
his name? I cannot think of it.
What's that?
Beautiful World. Louis
What was this, Louis Armstrong? That's what I was just saying.
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
See, again, during our podcast, if you'll
That's what I
listen to
think.
when
That's what
I'm
I
actually talking,
Well, I'm sorry.
Josh, I listened to you. That's why I sang the song.
I appreciate that, buddy.
That's why I sang the song. I knew what you're talking about. It was in Good Morning Vietnam, too.
But all that old stuff was. But that was a great segment. I really liked that segment.
Okay, well, I still have a closing to do.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Go ahead. Don't let us stop you.
Sorry if we were elaborating on your segment.
So, did Tommy Johnson really kneel at the Crossroads? Did Robert Johnson meet Satan at midnight? Or was it raw talent and mystery? The Crossroads deal isn't just about music. It's about temptation, choices, and the price of greatness. The Crossroads is everywhere and nowhere. And so the question remains, when the devil steps out of the shadows, would you make the deal?
I
What did you make the deal?
I can tell you, I tried playing guitar, and I can't play guitar today. So, what's that tell you?
You never made the deal.
No, I mean, I play a little bit, but I can't play a guitar. I understand woodwind instruments. I do not understand stringed instruments. I do not.
I made the deal. That's why I can play drums.
I didn't make the deal. I'm good at everything.
I would.
All right.
I valued mine. My soul, $19.95.
There you
It's on
go.
eBay right now. 4 days to the bid's
my
over.
Segment.
Well, I say fiction.
I'm going fact.
50-50 on
Just
me.
the fact that he was so, like, most of his music is about the Crossroads and stuff. I go.
Yeah, he's probably drunk when he's writing it.
Yeah, so just because he's drunk doesn't mean it ain't truth.
And that ain't saying he wasn't doing it. They were doing a lot of opium back then, too. He might have been smoking.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of that.
That was coming out of the late 1800s where opium was medicine. They was
Yeah,
giving it
it
to
was.
everybody back then for everything.
It was.
I was saying, if I was the devil, who am I going to go for?
Probably me, because I'm awesome.
Somebody's already compromised with drugs and alcohol,
Again,
and nobody's really going to
that'd be me.
really pay attention to.
Yeah, me. Exactly. Y'all don't pay attention to me. See? I fit the category.
I mean, you guys are already questioning it, right? You already believe he was drunk and high. Like, there's no...
Again, this is why.
Because that's what you told me.
No, I told you the story.
And talk about his excessive alcohol.
I did not mention anything about Robert's excessive alcohol use.
You talk about him drinking Sterno. That's excessive.
That was Tommy, not
Tommy,
Robert.
Well, Tommy and Robert fought together.
I wonder if his name was
Okay,
Robert
and
Thomas.
it could have been. I'm saying, in
I bet
my...
his name was Robert Thomas.
You two were the ones that said he was an alcoholic. I did not say that.
Well, that's because of what the story you just told us.
You look at a picture of him?
No, he said Tommy was the alcoholic. Nowhere did it say Robert was.
I know Robert was.
Okay, well, that's where I'm saying.
Because I know Robert got it.
Point came from for Robert. The other one was Tommy. Tommy was
Robert turned alcoholic because of his brother.
I don't think it was his brother. Robert lived about...
Yeah, that's what I say. Liddell was Tommy's brother.
He lived about 20 years before Robert or Tommy did.
Did you listen to
I did listen to the story. I just got that part mixed up.
So for the one that's actually the only one that listens all the way through.
Because, me and Chris just suck ass all the time.
Suck ass.
God, they say it.
We don't do our job. We just tune out as soon as he starts
We
speaking.
just tune out. Black him out.
I don't know. I just know it's weird that I can
What
get
do our
done with
listeners-
my segment and then look at Facebook and it says 10 minutes ago, Courtney was on Facebook and Chris Patterson was on Facebook.
I don't get on Facebook.
I'm playing with y'all.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's sometimes when you're sleeping in the middle of the night and I'm on Facebook, there is a green dot.
It says I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
Probably because I left it on and then fell asleep. I probably am on.
That's why I turn off my red receipts.
Yeah, but she can just roll over and see if I'm on Facebook or not.
Yeah. Well, that was a good
Anywho.
segment. That was a good segment.
It was.
No, it wasn't. It was a shitty segment. It started out rough. I wasn't that familiar with the story. I printed it today. I'll be honest. I had a whole another thing lined up, and I forgot about the Crossroads. So
I told you the Crossroads last minute, so that's my fault.
No, it's my fault because I should have remembered. I said in last week.
But it wasn't my fault.
I just wanted to hear you say that, so you knew it was your fault. That's why.
I know how to take accountability. I just said it was my fault. I said it was not a good segment. I apologize for this week's folklore. It was a little lackluster.
Well,
although I did get a good recording behind it with the jazz. So,
you did do that, but all I have to say about that is I look up my stuff every day of the podcast because I bring my news current because I do current AI news.
Yeah, you have to because we're doing history and you're doing current.
Yeah, so I do mine that day.
I wasn't happy with the way she presented it to me today, and it just wasn't.
The fact that you're calling your AI a she.
Yeah, I know, right? I caught it too.
Yeah. I call my AI.
What commercials are we playing for?
Let's let them know where it is we go drink whenever we're done hanging out here.
Okay.
Let's let them hear about it.
Stay tuned for our commercial break coming up in 3, 2.
Hey guys, it's your boy Fat Jesus. When the crew from the Just Talking Shit podcast needs to unwind, when the mics go off and we're done talking for real, there's only one place we go. Chatterbox Tavern. It's the oldest licensed bar in Knoxville, and you can feel the history the second you walk in. It's located at 8227 Chapman Highway. This spot's been around since 1952. It's veteran-owned and operated, and honestly, it's where we go to kick back, grab a drink, and catch up with some real people. Every Friday night, it's karaoke. You can find Sparky out there singing. Every Saturday and Sunday from 3 to 6 is Texas Hold'em tournaments. No buy-ins, just bragging rights. And there's always some live music, a few veteran fundraisers, and just a solid mix of locals who know how to have a good time. And that's Chatterbox. We don't just talk about it, man. We're there. It's cold drinks, good conversations. You enter as strangers, leave as friends. All righty, guys. That was the Chatterbox. You guys got to go check it out. I think next we're going to look at old Sparky's segment. Talk a little bit about some AI, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to do my segment, Is AI Okay?
Well, let's get it.
I know it is.
No, it ain't.
I figured you'd be like that.
You ever notice, like in our segments, we're always like, Chris is really one extreme, you're really the other, and I'm always right down the middle. Because I'm kind of with the AI. I'm like, some days it is. It's scary. But most...
Is he talking?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he said we didn't pay attention to him earlier, so I didn't know.
You brought that on yourself. You brought that on yourself.
I didn't.
You like I set that one up for a long time ago. I loaded it up.
He's waited on that. That one was in the chamber, ready to fire.
Thank you. Washington Post asks, can AI and democracy coexist? It explores how current AI models tend toward centralization and authoritarian control.
Blimey.
But also holds out hope for decentralized open systems.
Blimey.
Yeah. Crikey. Is that what
Kinda.
I hate you.
It was out of the blue.
I know it was. That's why she's trying to throw me off because I was a dick in her segment. But you know what? You're not going to throw me off today because all switches are on. AI's impact in media and events. If you used AI in your segment, it would have went a lot smoother. See how much
I
smoother mine is
did.
going?
I did, and she failed me today.
Your AI is a jack.
Because she heard you talking to Chris.
Yes.
She's a little jealous.
IIT Kanpur's Samave. See how I said that?
What?
IIT Kanpur's Samave 2025 summit kicks off today, pushing AI partnerships in sustainability, cybersecurity, and innovation with corporate tie-ins like TCS. I don't know what TCS is.
I'm not even sure the first part you said was
You know, if you'd have
English.
done your research on this part.
You're not kidding. If
Yeah,
I really,
really.
done-
I mean, what about you? Talk about me. What about you?
Well, I give myself more to go by because I know there's a lot of shit that I don't understand.
Can't wait till we get to the one where somebody did some research.
GMFB's robot Axel tries calling the 2025 NFL season. Fans aren't biting.
Say it again.
GMFB's robot Axel tries calling the 2025 NFL season.
So it's trying to predict the wins, losses?
Fans aren't biting. Many mock the shift from human pundits to robotic predictions.
What is robotic? It's going to use complete statistics is what it's going to do.
That's all it's going to do, analytical.
It's going to be like, you ever seen that movie Moneyball about baseball where they completely break down baseball by the analytics is where that whole thing started for baseball now? That's the exact same thing AI is going to do for football.
That's what AI is doing. AI in community and skill building. WTEC launches a free 4-part AI workshop series. That's what I need. Building and scaling business with AI. For entrepreneurs in Amarillo, Texas, weeknight sessions include demos and meals.
If only you lived in Amarillo, Texas.
They'll come to Knoxville eventually.
I think there's a country song about Amarillo.
Or if they were...
Amarillo by morning.
Yeah,
But you would think being a company that's a whole like conference or what do you call it that's based itself around AI would have the technology just to air it so you can stream it somewhere else.
I bet I could find it on YouTube.
That's what my point.
AI in consumer tech.
A little strong, honey?
Tech Showcase promises AI-backed smart home products, AR, and even whispers of invisible appliances that blend into your life.
Invisible what?
Appliances.
How would you have an invisible appliance?
I don't know. Let me check.
So you didn't research that either?
Yes, I did. It's said to be a major technology showcase with artificial intelligence taking center stage. That is at the... Hold on.
That does not help.
Let me finish. IFA 2025 set to take place. I'm looking, all right? I hate both of you.
Come prepared.
I was trying, and then you threw me off.
Now I wish I hadn't made my segment so short.
Can we build AI that supports...
I have something we're going to do after your segment. Sorry.
Brews and bites, if you let me finish. Thank you. Democracy and AI. Can we build AI that supports democratic values, or are we reinforcing power consolidation? What do you think?
Can we use AI to build democratic values? Why?
Why?
Because it's too hackable. And it ain't going to be democratic no matter what. They might have the intention of it being democratic, but there's going to be some asshole out there to hack it and take it.
Let's take that from a hypothetical standpoint. If nobody's involving, if we're just relying on AI to establish the most well-working democratic system, could we do it?
No. You still have the human factor.
Yeah, they can't account for the
eliminating the human factor. Well, that's true.
They can't account for the human factor.
Yeah,
Well, can't they?
No.
Can't they see patterns in history and
people are unpredictable. In my line of work, people are unpredictable.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense.
They really are. Yeah, I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, they're very unpredictable.
They're unpredictable for somebody.
You know how they say on like those true crime dogs, I would have never thought this person would have done. You don't know.
But they're unpredictable for you because you're dealing with your 20 or your 30 some odd years of experience. AI is dealing with everyone's forever experience.
Yeah, but you still cannot. People that you never see it coming with people. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, you got more experience in that kind of...
Something that you would not think, and it's, AI...
Essentially what I just said.
Yeah, the human element. Is AI... Just shut up. AI is deceptive shortcut in journalism or a creative tool for efficiency. Because you can write anything.
It's both.
With AI.
It can be both. It depends on who's...
Why are you so angry at AI?
I don't mean to be angry.
Damn.
I'm just saying...
Have a drink and take a smoke and chill the fuck out.
She did take a drink. It was too strong. I made it for her.
I'm just saying it can be both depending on the user at the end wielding it.
Why are you so angry? Let's talk about that. Let's skip AI and talk about why you're so angry.
Dude, you don't want to know why I'm so angry. That's a little too dark and deep for this.
I'm with you on that. Tech events. IFA's focus on AI for all shows the hype is real, but how much will actually change daily life with AI?
Oh, really?
Oh, it changes our everyday life. She's such an asshole.
I hate you.
I was trying to sound more upbeat.
You did. You did.
That's fake as fuck.
Fake AF.
Corporate versus local workshops like WTECs may do more to spread AI literacy. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Is that it?
No.
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 Well, I saw the end of your thing.
Well, because it stopped there, but I'm not done. All right.
She's just turning her mic up.
Thank you.
A little better.
Governor Josh Stain of North Carolina signed an executive order. Executive Order 24 establishing an AI Leadership Council, creating an AI accelerator within the North Carolina Department of Information Technology, and requiring AI oversight teams in every state agency.
I'm good with an AI oversight team. I don't know about an AI accelerator. That makes me a little nervous.
The goal is to boost AI literacy, governance, deployment, and public service efficiency while managing energy demands tied to the state's growing AI infrastructure.
I mean, I do see where the government could use AI in the sense of like figuring out the most efficient way to balance budgets, figuring out the most efficient way to distribute workloads, like amongst, say, the folks working on the interstates and highways and, you know, forestry or whatever that the government's in charge of. I could see where it could like schedule just day-to-day work schedules and meeting schedules. I could see where AI could certainly benefit them in that sense.
Well, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I do. Yeah. China crushes AI content misinformation with new labeling law. Starting this month, China's AI-generated content must carry both visible and hidden labels. The law aims to curb misinformation across the digital ecosystem, from social media posts to deepfake videos. You brought that up. You already had to do that on Facebook.
Yeah, there is an option on a lot of them, though. I think even TikTok now. I may be wrong about that, but I know for sure Facebook and Instagram, if you've used AI to like make a video or something like that, you have to mark that it is created by AI.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's startups in science, funding, and academia. A Fulbright scholar at San Diego State University is investigating how AI can drive public health solutions targeting HIV, alcohol use, and reproductive health. And in India, the Vermont Institute of Technology wrapped up a symposium honoring standout AI and intelligent system research.
Oh, so we're going to give them awards now.
Yes, bridging industry and academia.
They get a participation trophy?
I don't know, it's participation.
I mean, for like AI gets.
I think the people working with
I was
get it.
That was being facetious.
Being facetious.
So
we used to say when I was a kid, I was being vociferous.
AI in healthcare workflows. Florence Healthcare unveiled AI-assisted workflows aiming to boost efficiency across clinical trials and life science operations. So it could do maybe like help you, right, with what you do, AI.
It could
Well,
replace
we've
her.
already got a not really, no, because we already got a technology in place right now that tries to do the coding, but the problem with it is it can only pull like headlines and stuff. It can only do what you tell it to do, you know.
Just what is
And you still need for us to think outside. Like if they're coming in for a certain visit, it may not just be from A to B. It may take A, B, C, D, E to get to Z.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No, because I don't. You have a job that's way over my head.
Yeah, I don't understand, but I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're trying to say, but I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Our job is just so complex and intricate and intricate. Thank you. I couldn't speak today. It's just there's so much involved in what she does. It's so far above my head. There's no way I'd be able to do what she does.
From space to virtual court, recent reports highlight the U.S. Space Force integrating AI tools in daily operations for enhanced coordination and decision-making. Meanwhile, Northeastern University's convocation encourages freshmen, the first AI generation, to balance AI capability with human creativity.
So they're challenging the freshmen to figure out how to do that?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
How to balance their own creativity with AI, I guess, to try to keep them from becoming 100% reliant on AI like we are, to keep them from being as reliant on AI to do their work.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's some ideas right here for us, and then I'll close out. But today's AI news covers everything from label laws in China to AI-powered space defense, plus a shout-out to North Carolina for leading the charge. What do y'all think about North Carolina leading the charge in AI governance?
That is actually surprising.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would. I would have thought it'd been like Washington.
No, I'd see, not me. I would have thought it would have been somewhere out in
California.
in the Southwest where all the big tech companies and shit are.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, like that's what I would have thought. I would have never thought the East Coast and the South at that.
It says it's got a human angle, personalized state-level adoption. It's like North Carolina is giving AI its driver's license, basically.
Well, they already did that, didn't they? When they developed Teslas,
Is that
self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess maybe for me, like, what exactly is it supposed to be doing for the government in North Carolina?
They're just putting check marks. They're putting not check marks. They're putting checks and balances into the system. Is what I believe they're doing.
For like tax?
They're like with the policies and law. They're using AI to find loopholes, to make corrections. So say, you know how in some states you'll have a law that says you can't do this, and then you'll have another law that says you're required. Well, that law is a complete violation of the first law.
Yeah.
It's finding those kind of contradictions, loopholes, and making adjustments for those.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's a question for y'all: are we overloading on AI, or is this just the beginning of something smarter? Or are we overloading ourselves on it right now?
I think we may be overloading ourselves a bit right now. I really do. I think
we're probably far more advanced than we really should be, given our level of maturity as a race, as a human race.
So with AI in healthcare trials and AI in space, are we turning every field into AI first or just smarter?
I think they're trying to see how far they can push the AI.
Well, I think we're in exploratory mode right now.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure out everything we can do with it. We're just completely exploring the options.
I'm hoping it becomes something that is a useful tool in the future, a smarter way to do things. I hope so.
Problem with our human nature of just wanting more, we can't just stop, embrace the technology we've got, learn how to master that, then move on to the next.
Well, I didn't know something till the other day. This beautiful girl, Alicia, that I met.
She was a very attractive woman, Chris.
She told me that AI takes a lot of energy to run.
Well, yeah, it's technology based. I mean,
I wasn't thinking about that, though, how much energy it takes to run these supercomputers.
That's my issue. She
opened my eyes to that.
We have an unlimited energy resource. Unlimited.
She really did. She was very enlightening and beautiful, and she drew me, too.
Like one of her French girls.
Like one of her French girls.
She did draw him like one of her French girls too. And at first, when I sat down, and I didn't say a word, but I saw it when I sat down because you could. She was in the process of doing this mustache when I saw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she just drew Sparky just sitting here. I wonder if he's even been paying attention to this damn.
Yeah, I told her.
Because I didn't know y'all had that conversation. I just come out there.
No, I said, paint me like one of your French girls.
So this was at the.
That's what Rose says to Jack on the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
We were at our favorite little drinking hole when this all happened, the Chatterbox Tavern, 8226 Chapman Highway.
Shout out to Alicia.
I don't know you, but hello.
Very sweet lady. That's the first time.
She's very sweet.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd met her. She was very sweet, but they were having a very wonderful conversation, so I didn't come out there very much. I didn't want to.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I didn't want to.
Were you laid
interrupt.
out like Rose?
No, I was not. My back would not allow me to do that.
But the body language I saw did show him facing her and her facing him. So there's some open body language, a lot of eye contact.
So people should know that we were talking. Yes. But let's move on to, is AI okay?
This week it's all right. It hasn't done anything too outlandish.
I'm still of the same opinion, man. I think as long as AI doesn't become self-aware, it will be an incredibly useful tool.
Well, it's not AI.
Let me rephrase that. As long as AI doesn't become self-preservant, it will be an incredibly useful tool for us for a long time.
Let me tell you what I found out this week.
Okay.
Not from AI.
What'd you find out?
I found out Japan is working on a medication that'll be available by 2030, where humans can have a third chance to grow a set of teeth.
Yeah, but like,
really?
Here's my thing though: is that just limited to your mouth, or are you going to start growing teeth other places? Like, how are they going to focus that?
Well,
I'm sure they do.
There's probably
tests.
Teeth follicles or some shit up there that they just to get to.
I'm saying there is a horror movie about a woman who has a vagina that has teeth.
Someone like Sparky that played hockey early in their life and had their teeth knocked out early in their life.
I didn't have them knocked out. No, I had them cut out.
Where they got all chipped and broke?
No. I just had nerve damage and stuff.
Oh, okay. But either way, when you're somewhere like Sparky that's had to have teeth pulled, it's a great freaking way to get your teeth grown back as an adult.
I'm going to
See, it sounded so much cooler when I said you had him knocked out playing hockey.
No. Now I'm going to have the best smile, but third set of teeth than anybody.
We do have one of our good blue line friends that had some permanents put in, and his are great. I'd love to have. He's got a great smile. I'd love to have his teeth.
Hmm?
47 years old. My teeth don't look as good as they did when I
They
was
say
40.
milk is good for your teeth. You know what else is? Keeping your fucking mouth shut.
Keeping your mouth shut.
We're going to pause and take a quick commercial break.
Yeah, let's go do a commercial.
Have you ever demanded the manager and still didn't get free breadsticks? Well, now you're covered. With Karen Insurance, you'll always get results. Our agents are standing by 24/7 to overreact on your behalf. Karen Insurance. When life says no, we say, I'd like to speak to your supervisor.
All right, listen up, shit talkers. It's the noble outlaw, Fat Jesus, back with another episode of Blunt Truth History, where your heroes have skeletons and we brought the shovels. Today we're talking about a woman you were probably told stitched the very fabric of America. Literally. Betsy Ross, seamstress, patriot, flag maker extraordinaire. Except she probably didn't even make the flag. The whole story? Yeah, it's basically America's first piece of fake news, and it stuck. That's just the way it is. Let's get into it. All righty. So I guess we all know the story of Betsy Ross, right?
Yeah, she's the one that did the American flag.
Or did she?
Yes, she did.
Or did she?
She did.
Well, I don't know that there's much evidence of that.
Well, there really is.
So did Betsy Ross actually sew the first American flag? Or is that just some patriotic bedtime story?
Well, Courtney, it's funny you asked that because she came up with the 5-star, the 5-point star instead of 6-point star.
She did
showing
indeed.
She had influence in it.
She did.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Although there's more to that whole 6-star.
Oh, we do tell.
Okay. So for the listeners who may not remember, or it's been a few years, the basic story of Betsy Ross was in 1776. A young widow named Betsy Ross is approached by none other than George freaking Washington, the George Washington. Are y'all familiar with him?
Very familiar.
Just testing, make sure you're paying attention. So he basically comes to her and says, hey, we need a flag for the new America that we've got established. Can you help us out? All right. That's kind of the story. She puts the stars and stripes together, puts the 13 colonies on there that we have at the time. Lo and behold, a few stitches later, we've got an American flag, right? Beautiful story, super patriotic, easy to remember. It's what we all remember from the textbooks.
Yeah.
Only problem with that is, again, Sparky, there's no actual evidence that she ever did it.
Can I ask you a question again there, Fat Jesus?
Go ahead.
What would be the motive to lie about it?
Oh, we're going to get there.
Oh, good. Okay.
So Betsy Ross never made the claim.
Oh, go ahead. Courtney, you had a question too? I'm
yes,
sorry.
go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So where did this whole legend of George Washington and Betsy come from? I mean, did he just stroll up to her and said, hey, yo, Bets,
No, because there's documented payments.
whip me up a
For-
flag?
There is, huh?
There is a record of payment that she was a flag maker.
There is, for the Navy.
Yes.
We're going to get to that.
Okay, sorry.
And we'll get to the answer to your question as well.
Okay.
So, the first time anyone ever really hears mention of Betsy Ross is not in 1776 when George Washington supposedly had approached her.
Start the Red Cross? Or is that
I
somebody
don't,
else
that
that
part
did
I
that?
don't know.
I thought Betsy Ross has something to do with the Red Cross. I could be wrong on that, but
That was not in my research, but
She
I
can't
wasn't
vote.
looking for that part of the research either, so I can't
Okay,
speak
I
that
just-
that
I
was or
wanted-
was not the thing.
okay.
But because she supposedly, again, had been, made this flag for George Washington in 76, she actually wasn't even mentioned until nearly 100 years later. And it was like around 1770 that she's actually mentioned.
But she lived to 1836.
She did.
And the flag's adoption was in 1777.
Right.
So that's
I'm
going
to cover that in the rest of my... Do you mind if I host this one?
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That'd be great if I could.
We're just engaging you.
You're engaging with facts instead of questions. I'm the deliverer of the facts.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
please.
thanks. Are you sure?
Not really,
Okay.
but you can try.
So, 100 years later, nearly 100 years later, is the first time that her name is actually brought to public prominence, right? And that is actually only brought to by her grandson, rather. His name was William Canby. He said that she had told him, this is what he said. So we all have played broken telephone,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's having a relative tell you that something happened is like, your great uncle telling you that, he wrestled Ric Flair in a town hall somewhere. Okay, sure you did.
Yeah.
But he tells the story that, yeah, my grandmother is the one that actually sewed the flag. But he doesn't just go to anybody. He goes to the Pennsylvania Historic Society, which is, at that time, one of the more prominent historical places in the United States, historical research facilities in the United States. So he goes to them and tells them that. His only proof, again, is his word. He has no documentation, right? He has no receipts, no bill of sale, no nothing. There's nothing to prove that she was ever paid to actually commence the flag. So historians have searched and searched and searched. Chris looks like he wants to ask a question so bad he can't stay.
I'm intently listening.
So historians have researched, and they just can't find any evidence that it's ever actually happened. They do find, like Sparky mentioned earlier, that she had some receipts showing where she had done some sewing, but it wasn't of the actual U.S. flag.
But it's more like the Navy flags, right?
Yeah, they were a lot of flags, yeah. So she was...
Yeah.
They think she was most likely one of several seamstresses that were making several flags at the time. The flags weren't even consistent. So when they go back and they look at the flags of that era, there were some that were done in circles, so the stars would be in circles. Some were showing that the stars were in straight bars, like similar to what we see now. Some were showing that they were in offset bars, like our flag is now, right? Where they're in a row, but they're kind of offset from each other, like ours are.
Too, at that point, there's only 13.
There was 13 colonies,
13
right,
colonies.
right. So you'd have those 13 stars in a circle.
So at that, yeah.
Or you would have they'd have like three or whatever it was. They'd have, but it was kind of basically the U.S. was like the Etsy of flags back then because everyone was making their own.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you were just kind of making your own because they contracted, for lack of better terms, but they employed a lot of seamsters and seamstresses back then to do some of their flags.
Yeah.
So it is very possible that she did have a part in making that flag. She might have been one of the seamstresses that made a flag. But the story that she's sharing with her grandson is that I'm the one who made the flag.
Well, there were other seamstresses like Frances Hopkinson.
Yes.
But denying Betsy Ross's role ignores both documentation of her work and the strength of her historical legacy.
The funny thing about Francis, he actually submitted what he wanted to be the actual flag of the United States to the Congress. And they, like our U.S. government commonly does, took his idea, promised a bill of sale, and then never paid the guy. So he never got paid for that gig.
I believe that.
That's, of course, typical government for you, though. So, but the whole idea that she made the flag was just never proven. That's the biggest thing about it all.
Yeah, I was about to ask, because that is one of the questions that...
Well, and you had asked the question earlier, so why did she race to fame?
Yeah,
right, knowing that she never actually made the flag.
Her story stuck around and nobody else's.
Here's why, because now you're looking at, we're post-Civil War at this point, right? And the U.S. is in dire need of a pick-me-up. Like, we're in dire need of a pick-me-up at that point.
Yeah.
So think about the story. We take this motherly figure who sewed the very fabric of America. So it was a big PR campaign, essentially, because we needed something to pick this country up and to get people to be patriotic again and to get people back into the economy and to get people back out of their houses and spending and out of depression. Not financial depression, but I mean out of the mental depression. She was a figurehead, essentially, is what she was. And I'm saying she wasn't a seamstress that might have contributed, but they pretty much, like they did Pocahontas in last week's story, they pretty much just pimped her out and she became a figurehead for a new patriotic America post-Civil War.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I say she probably did work on it. Do I think she's the only one? No.
No, she certainly wasn't the only one. There were several. There's documentation, much like the receipts that Sparky was talking about earlier, where she had gotten paid to do some flag work. There's those, they find those receipts for some of those other
but it's crazy, though. We get taught in school, though, she's one that made the American flag. That's what we're taught in school.
Right, because that's the story that the government at the time had pushed as the propaganda to do the pick-me-up for the country.
Well, even if she didn't sew the very first one, she absolutely sewed American flags during the Revolution.
Yeah. She was one of the many that sewed those flags I was talking about, where one might be in circles, one might be, had the kind of different layouts. It was, like I said, it was like an Etsy of damn flag making back then. Everybody was every little territory was kind of making their own, and they had several kind of variations of them. Even here locally, you can go into the Knoxville Historic Museum downtown, and I'm probably butchering the name of that place, but there's actually several of the old battle flags from that era that represented the colonies here. So, and you can actually see them. And one of those is actually in a circular formation. And it's a beautiful, I mean, I say it's a beautiful flag. It's very tethered, but it's a neat piece of history to look at. And so that, yeah, she was definitely involved in several flags. And I think the Navy was the one she did the most amount of flags for, but I know she did some.
She was actually paid. There's documentation she was paid by the Navy.
Yeah.
For flags. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You're correct about that.
See,
my thing is, so do you ask us where we stand on this? I'm 50-50. I believe you that she wasn't the only one to make a flag, but I think she definitely had. I agree with you. She definitely had some influence in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think, like I said, she was just one of the many seamstresses.
Her connection with George Washington that makes her.
But her connection with George Washington comes via the word of her grandson.
And there is not documentation. It is like Josh says, looking at it, where the.
So was this basically because
down.
she's only one of her relatives that.
Yeah, he was the living relative that spoke on her behalf.
But out of all the other ones that participate on it, hers just happened to be the only relative that came out and openly spoke about it.
Well, no, I think there was probably several people that discussed their families back then. That it wasn't so much that he was the only one. He was just the one that they used the story for, right? He was the one that they were able to take that story and make it a patriotic thing. Like I said, it was just they needed a mother-like figure for essentially a figurehead shoulder to lean on, and they needed a story that was endearing. So George Washington telling her and charging her with building the flag, and it's just a beautiful story. It's a story of patriotism and this beautiful. I mean, it's just and it was just a piece of propaganda. It was just. Not to say she didn't, but I mean, it was embellished based on the story of her grandson, and they just thought, this makes a hell of a good story. Let's use it.
Yeah.
And so the crazy thing is now you can go to there's a tourist location you can go, and it's Betsy Ross's sewing room, and it's advertised as where the flag was sewn. Mm-hmm. And you're like, but was it though? It was where a flag was sewn, probably.
Yeah. But
then you can actually go visit. It's a tourist attraction.
So I guess the real thing about there's not enough documentation to say whether or not she was or was not.
The only thing that they can prove is that she was a seamstress that did work for the Navy.
She was a seamstress.
She was also the one that suggested the 5-star instead of the 6-star because it was easier to fold and sew.
Yeah.
And so that was the reason she suggested, because if you fold a 5-star in half, right? So when they're folding the flags and that kind of thing, it'll fold in half a little easier than a 6-star would without creasing it or making causing any damage.
Yeah.
So she just the one that suggested the 5-star. That's impressive that you knew that, Chris.
I'm on the honor guard.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Good call. Because you didn't read it from his phone earlier.
I did not. I knew that, actually. Yeah, I did see it on there, but I did know that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just picking at you. Because that's my job.
Yep. Well, I know that Betsy Ross stitched some flags, and I think you're stitching the story together, but...
That's possibly.
We'll go with it.
But was she still important? Yes.
Yes.
But I don't think she's really the sole Star-Spangled Banner patriot that she's kind of portrayed to be. Yeah.
Yes. I think
But I guess they had to have a face of the movement, so Betsy Ross.
They had to. That was really what it was. She was just she was the face of let's get our bootstraps picked up and everybody get back and be patriotic and move around again.
Well, I can say this. Whether she made it or not, a lot of people died for that flag.
You're damn right.
Serving that flag, and we respect all of them.
Yes.
So thank you very much to our veterans. 100%.
So, yes, absolutely. Our veterans are freaking awesome, including Courtney's father and grandfather and uncle, who were all veterans.
Yep.
So maybe you're not your uncle?
No.
Okay, your father and your grandfather for sure.
Yeah.
Right. But her uncle is a fantastic fireman, served alongside you for a very long time.
Very good guy.
Yes, he is. So,
not a good guy. That's an insult in the firehouse. He is a good fireman.
He's a hell of a fireman.
Yeah, good guy. You don't want to be called a good guy.
Well, see, I'm not in the firehouse, so I'll say it. He's a hell of a guy. Yeah, he's a hell of a family member.
He's a great person.
I'm proud to call him family.
He's a great person and a hell of a fireman.
So, but that's our story on Betsy Ross, man. That's what we got. So I'm gonna give you a little outro if I can work this technology.
All right.
I'm not the millennial in the family. That's Courtney's job, but I'm gonna give it a shot. All right. And that's the story of Betsy Ross. Proof that if you tell a lie for 100 years, eventually they'll put it in a museum. And this has been the Blood Truth History with the noble outlaw Fat Jesus, where we stitch the facts back together one myth at a time. We'll catch you on the next one, Shit Talkers. And that's the story of Betsy. Yay.
All right, Josh. That was a good segment.
Thank you.
Oh. Yeah.
So you thought you was going to
Careful
fact check
before you
me.
had it.
You thought you was going to fact check me and get me on that one, didn't you?
No, I was,
You thought you was.
No, I
you
was
said
just-
you was.
I did fact check you on some things. She was an upholsterer and a seamstress.
She
and
was.
there's documentation to show that. There's also documentation to show that she had the insight to the
Yep,
5-point
I verified all that.
So I was just clarifying, like I said, engaging you in your conversation. And just because I was engaging you doesn't mean I believe it. But it is what it is.
There you
I will
go.
let the viewers, we'll let the listeners decide.
Let the listeners decide.
Bum, bum, bum.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. That's like that Howard Stern. You watch Howard Stern when that girl's sitting on the speaker and he's like, "Boom."
I have not seen that show in forever.
Remember that? She's sitting on the speaker. And,
You know, I haven't seen that show since I was told not to watch that show as a kid.
yeah, I watched it in the movie theater.
Oh, the movie. You're talking about the movie.
Yeah, I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, oh, I thought you were talking about his actual, like,
I did not.
No, in the movie, he was he had a big subwoofer in there. You know, at the time, how the speakers.
God, I haven't seen
And
it
he went
in
on
so
his
long.
microphone. He goes, like he's riding that speaker.
No, I don't.
All right, elders, I need you to explain that movie to me because I don't know what you're talking
So,
about.
Howard Stern.
do you know Howard
Yeah, I know
Stern
who-
is?
Yes. I know
Okay.
who Howard Stern is.
So, at that time, Howard Stern had his radio show.
Yeah.
But he also, I think it was on like HBO or Cinemax or one of those. I think you could watch the actual.
With Robin.
Yeah, you could actually watch the recording after the fact. And so that's what I remember is watching it. I'm not so much
Well, you
listening
said
to it.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
they
did a movie
too.
based on his life and how he
What's
came
it
up.
called? Private Parts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was what it was
Yeah.
called. Yeah, Howard Stern Private Parts.
That does sound familiar, but I didn't watch it.
I did watch it, but it's been a long time. No, I was talking about when I was watching the actual stuff. Like
Yeah.
I was probably told not to watch that
I
stuff.
remember that part where she was sitting on the speaker and
He's fascinated as part of the movie.
Yeah.
because she's riding it just
Like your motorcycle.
like my motorcycle. Yeah.
You have to explain that.
Well, it's a surprise for people.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're ever around Sparky at the Chatterbox Tavern on a Friday afternoon, 8227 Chapman Highway, if you're ever on there on a Friday evening and you're listening to him sing karaoke, ask him to take you on a ride on the back of his
Or
trike.
don't.
Or don't.
No,
Or
no,
don't.
you should.
Or don't. Or don't.
I think you should.
Or don't.
Ask your
Or
girlfriend
don't.
should take a ride on his trike. If you're
Or don't.
if you're single,
Or
female,
don't.
and hot,
Or
take a
don't.
ride on Sparky's
Or
bike.
don't.
Wow.
But segment, what part do you have for us? Or don't.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going to play a commercial.
Oh, yeah, let's hit a commercial break.
Okay, go ahead.
Off we go.
Thinking of starting a podcast? Learn from the pros. Fact Jesus and Sparky. In just 4 weeks, they'll teach you how to derail conversations, snack directly into the mic, and confuse your audience until they love you anyways. Their signature technique, the tangent twist, guarantees you'll be off topic in 30 seconds or less. Warning, may cause your podcast to lose structure, gain chaos, and randomly turn into a food debate. The Fact Jesus and Sparky method, because chaos is content. All right, so now we're back. I want to try something a little bit different to end out our episode.
All right.
Kind of gets back to the whole origin of
Just
just
talking shit.
So I've had chat come up with some questions to ask us, and there's 5 different categories, so I'm going to let you guys pick a category you want.
All right.
So we've got space, time, and reality as 1. Consciousness and identity as 2. Morality and meaning as 3. Existence twist as 4. And fun weird ones as 5.
Sparky.
What was the reality one?
Ooh, space, time, and reality.
No, further down.
Consciousness and identity.
No, after that, I believe.
Morality and meaning.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so if nobody is around to see something wrong, is it still wrong?
Yes.
Yes. Definitive. Okay.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
no discussion
In unison.
on that. Yes. Okay.
Wrong is wrong, whether somebody sees you do it or not. You know what they call that? It's called having character and integrity.
Yeah.
Like a friend of ours says all the time, have character and integrity.
Yeah.
That's integrity, is doing the right thing even when no one sees you do it.
Okay. Okay.
That's what defines.
All right. Here's another one.
Yep.
Here's another one. Do we actually have free will, or are we just reacting to things like a super complicated domino chain?
We have free will to react to certain things. We have the free will to react to, do I handle it this way or that way?
Okay.
That's my take on it.
No, we're all part of an AI simulation.
Or there's SI, which is
Is
bullshit.
that a real answer or
No.
just bullshit?
No, I think we 100% have free will.
Okay.
Since you know where I stand spiritually, everything's 100% free will.
Okay, so is meaning of life a human invention or is there some cosmic purpose?
Human invention, 100%.
There's a cosmic purpose. God has a purpose for every one of us.
Really?
It's
100%.
Okay. So what's your reason behind yours? And
Mine's my faith.
okay.
Ask the question again.
Is meaning of life a human invention or is there actually some cosmic purpose?
I say it's human invention because the meaning of life for every individual is individual and it changes throughout time. So for me, my purpose or my meaning in life was different when I started having children than what it was prior to that. My purpose and meaning in life was different when I met you prior to that.
Who gave you life?
My parents,
Who gave your parents life?
their parents,
Who gave them life?
their parents.
Where did it start at?
You know,
We don't know how far back that goes. I've only done so much genealogy background on my family
faith
history,
tells
so
me
I don't know.
that God created us. We're creating His own image.
Sure.
That's where my faith comes.
That's where your faith comes.
All right. If every choice you made spawned a new reality, does morality even matter in just one of them?
Read that again.
Yeah.
If every choice you made spawned a new reality, does morality even matter in just one of them?
I would say morality always matters,
Yeah.
but there's only one reality. There's not multiple. Reality doesn't change. Reality
I'm
is
playing a what if.
a what if, a hypothetical?
Yeah, a hypothetical.
No, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, like don't base it on like a fact.
Right.
This is what if. I guess it depends on. I think it depends on the situation, on what is morality, like what's moral and what's not.
But they're saying every decision makes a new reality, right?
Yeah, it does.
Eventually, they're saying it would water down morality.
Right, but
is what they're getting at, right?
I think so. I mean, it doesn't go in depth on it.
I would say that every reality, I would say there's a yes and a no to that. I think there's only one reality. There are enough planets in the universe, and I think we talked about this on one of our very early podcasts. There's enough, we know how vast the universe is, right? That there's billions upon billions of planets.
Mm-hmm.
So many planets that there's another planet just like this one that developed exactly like this one.
But it's alternate.
It's actually what you're saying. They found a planet that has methane and carbon dioxide, which is only associated with living things.
Yes.
And it's actually 1.5 to 2 times the size of Earth, but it's 130 light years away.
Yep.
So,
I saw that recently, that same news article.
130 light year. 1 year light year is considered equivalent almost 6 trillion miles. So you take 130 light years times 6 trillion. That's how far that planet is away. That's how big. Just a microscopic peek at the galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And when you think that we're one planet of 9. And
that we know of.
Right. Or of 8. Sorry, Pluto.
Yeah.
One planet, one galaxy of 8 that surrounds one star. That one star, and we're a small galaxy. Milky Way is a small galaxy. The universe is, we were talking about billions upon billions upon billions of planets. So every planet has repeated itself at some point, just statistically, right? Because of the billions upon billions upon billions of planets. Right. Those, the complete, when you think about what the universe is made of, it's oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen,
carbon dioxide,
helium, and carbon. Those are the 4 most common elements found in the universe, right? Helium's kind of innate, so it really doesn't matter. Or rather, the other 3 that are part of our makeup, we're a biological life form, are the 3 of the 4 most common elements found in the world, or in the universe. So for the likelihood for there to be another planet with life on it is going to be extremely high. But the likelihood that we'll ever see it is extremely low.
Trying to get to it would be...
That's the problem. Because you got to think and I may have said this on the last podcast, if any technology, any species or any kind of life out there has the technology to traverse that much space to get to us.
Yeah, they're well advanced.
They're so far more advanced than us that we may be insignificant to them, and they've looked at Earth and said, there's no sign of intelligent life, and they've moved on.
I don't think that, see, I look at it that God is the God of everything. And I'm not so naive to think that we're the only thing that he created.
I thought about that from a Christian perspective, too, or even, I guess, any single deity-based religion of, maybe there's a lot your God hasn't told you because he wasn't ready for you to know.
He will reveal things when he wants to reveal.
These 2,000 years, I'm going to give you this much information. When you've gotten to the point where I think you're comfortable with this much information, then I'll give you that, too.
Why do you think that you know so much more towards the end of your life? He reveals it when he wants to reveal it.
Or you just gain experience. Life.
Just think about how things look, not with experience, man, just what you know to be true now versus when you were younger. Not through experience, just what you know.
Well, it's hard for me to say that without basing it on my experience. Because the things I know because of the experiences I've had.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I go by my faith.
Well, that's why it's faith. It's
faith the size of a mustard.
Faith is belief with the lack of evidence.
I'm just really trying to connect how we rabbit holed into this part. This is
what you said you wanted to just talking shit segment. We're just talking shit.
Okay,
We're just talking shit.
We're just talking shit.
It went from talking about how our choices make a new reality to a whole.
That's a rabbit hole.
That's why we rabbit holed. All right, what's the next question then?
Okay, here we go. Could death just be us waking up from this version of reality?
Again, my faith says I wake up in heaven.
So essentially, yes, from your side.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say I don't know. As far as any evidence I've ever seen, once you're dead, you're dead. You just no longer exist the same way you did before you were born.
Yeah.
But, I've never been dead, so I can't speak to what it's like.
Like I said, man, I've tried to make you my +1.
Thank you.
Yeah, he has said that. Yeah.
See what I can do, man.
And I'm ready to go, brother. We're going together.
You might get in by the hair of your teeth, but
shit. No, we're going like who was the movie with the girls that drove off the cliff together?
Thelma
and Louise.
Me and Chris would be like, me and Sparky would be like Thelma and Louise driving with holding hands, right off the cliff.
No, we'll be going there looking like stepbrothers.
Yeah, I was about to say, I really think if his choices between hanging out with you and hell.
Oh, you said he was going to take me with him.
No, I said it'd be looking like stepbrothers going in the whole pan situation.
Hey, I think I could help.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, we look more like that than we would Thelma and Louise.
We're here to fuck shit up.
What's the next question?
Yeah, it smells like onion.
Is that ketchup?
It tastes it.
All right, hold
on. We're stupid.
Okay, so is silence really the absence of sound or just a sound we can't hear?
Somebody really stoned came up with these questions. No, silence is that. It's the lack of sound.
It's the lack of sound, just like cold is the absence of heat.
Right. Dark is the absence of light.
Evil is the absence of God.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, so if
knowledge is the absence of faith.
If animals could talk, would eating them instantly become murder?
I'm sorry. We were picking at each other. Go ahead.
Say it again.
If animals could talk, would eating them instantly become murder? I feel like, if you could talk to them and know where they're coming from, feeling wise, emotional.
No, they were put here to help us survive, to provide for us for food.
If you made a friend, so,
there is a place for all God's creatures next to the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Let's put Charlotte's Web in here, okay?
Because you love spiders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Charlotte, I would have made an exception for her. But Wilbur, would you have ate Wilbur?
If he was your friend? I'd have had
a side of gravy and biscuits.
Smoked that thing. I'd have had it smoking on the smoker.
Oh, yeah, you got that new smoker. You got to
I'd have it on there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. We could try that, too. Hey, is that the
me,
pork loin that's upstairs?
Wilbur.
Sweet. Chris brought us some smoked pork loin today. That ain't even a lie, though. That's the truth. That ain't even part of the game.
What if it was Harley?
He's at a good
Well, lucky for us, we're not in Asia.
That could talk.
He does talk to me.
He still cook them?
I would start with a paw first.
I don't know what would make him feel better, that you'd lease him out for
Harley's pretty old, so.
Harley's my boy. That's my dog.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You'd eat him?
No,
if
I would not eat Harley.
Okay. So
Him
you're
and
I
telling
wouldn't
me
need him even. He can't talk to me.
But he sure
I
as shit
wouldn't-
share
if he
Wilbur with him.
But I'd share Wilbur with him. You're damn skippy.
good. So you're telling me if you met a cow that could talk to you and you guys could have a
All
conversation,
day long.
and then you know he's going up to be slaughtered,
All day long.
you'd be like cool with it, even though you made friends.
I think if
with
an
him?
animal reaches a certain level of intelligence, no, I'm probably not going to eat it. But cows are stupid. Pigs are even stupider.
You don't know. No, pigs are highly intelligent.
Really?
I think
Then why
around
do
They
they-
wallow in their own shit.
Yeah.
just to cool them down.
In their own shit.
Okay. Well,
They're not
A
intelligent.
pig's a filthy animal.
Chickens are not intelligent.
It's a rat.
okay.
It's a nasty rat bastard.
Okay.
Do you know why I don't eat dolphins? Because they're fucking intelligent. You know why I don't eat killer whales? Because they're fucking intelligent.
You know why?
But a tuna's a dumbass.
You know why I don't eat penguins?
When have you ever had an option to eat dolphin or
Because they're too
orca?
intelligent for us to eat.
Go to a restaurant and order a dolphin sandwich. See what happens.
They have dolphin soup in Japan.
I said in America.
Well,
Go and
Dolphin
try.
fin.
I'll
yeah,
for a-
but that's illegal
I'll
shit.
for a. Ask for a.
That's
slab
black
of-
market trade shit.
Yeah, ask him. Tell me you want a penguin sandwich and see what happens.
Why would I want a penguin
You
sandwich?
got penguin kebabs here?
The sushi.
Hey,
Chill.
guys. Anyways, so back to
Chill.
your AI.
Oh.
If you teach AI philosophy, is it just repeating thoughts or creating new ones?
It depends.
How do you teach AI philosophy?
I don't know. This is one of the questions to ask, all right?
I mean, does it already know philosophy? It has access to all books.
Listen, chat came up with this question, okay? So maybe it's wanting us to ask that.
But if you think about it, AI has access to all books,
Hey.
including philosophy books.
To be is to be.
Excuse me, what did you call me?
To be is to be.
And 1B is 1B.
Okay, Shakespeare.
Well, it's philosophy. Teaching.
And 3Bs are 3Bs.
Yeah. And 2B's on TV. I watch it. That's why I watch Cops on.
Oh, yeah, she watches
Bad
that
boys,
too
bad
sometimes.
boys. 2B.
No, well, that's not Cops. What is it? You watch Live PD, don't you?
Man, 2B has
Yeah.
24 hours of beat down, man.
Does-
The Cops. Yeah.
Oh, she watches Live PD. They cover Knoxville in there. Oh, we talked about this
Mhm.
before.
Yeah, you got to watch 2B, though, man. It's old school Cops. It's back.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah, the cops
Like in the
don't
80s
want-
ones
yeah.
when they had like the Aquanet hair and shit. Understand that if we make jokes here, people, we don't take it serious. We love everyone
And if
equally.
you do, get bent.
Right?
Yeah, fuck off.
Because we don't mean shit. It's context, it's
It
jokes,
really
it's
is,
delivery.
like-
You tried to cancel Matt Rife, goddammit. It didn't work for him either. So
You know
y'all
what Matt
can't
Rife
hate us.
said?
He
Yeah.
told him to eat a dick.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said get bent.
You know what Matt Rife said?
He doubled down.
He said, you can't cancel me, bitch. I'm not your gym membership.
Yeah, he doubled down on their asses too.
Kid Rock told me he's uncancelable.
Yeah, because you know what? You can't. We're joking. It's jokes. It's fun. Who cares? We make fun of handicapped people. We make fun of every race, religion. We make fun of every gender. We make fun of everybody.
Nobody.
We love
We're equal opportunity offender.
we are equal opportunity offenders. We don't care. And if you take the shit, if this is your source of news and information and facts, you already got problems long before you took offense to anything we said.
You got big problems.
Because I don't know if y'all noticed at the beginning of this is the Tush Talking Shit podcast. So don't take anything we say for fact or anything.
Yeah, really. Don't.
Yeah.
At all.
And even the shit we say don't even reflect our own opinions. We just might think it's funny to say it out loud.
100%.
So,
All right, you got your shout outs?
yeah, let's give a few shout outs to some friends of ours and some of our loyal listeners. And if we don't mention your name this week, don't worry, we will. And next week or the week after, we'll get to you. Give a shout out to our friends Dave and Karen, Doug and Donna. Thank you for listening. Tommy and Tara. Congratulations, Tommy and Tara. If you know, you know. Wayne and Wynn, thank y'all for listening. Tim and Vicky, Andrew and Elise, Alex and Brad, Miss Tammy and Keith, some of our fine friends in blue, Miss Todd and Dee, the owners of our favorite place to drink, the Chatterbox Tavern, 8227 Chapman Highway. Who else we got here? Brad and Haley. And some other folks we can give a good congratulations to, Alexis and Brent.
Yep.
Got a newbie on the way. Congratulations to brand new first-time parents. We're excited for those folks. Let's see who else we got here. Miss Judy McGee, Tori, KP. Love you guys. Thank y'all for listening out. Alex, or Allie, Zach, Casper, Hondo, all the rest of the guys out there at the FS crew. Michelle, Mr. Hal Davis. Thank you, sir. Wally. We hadn't seen good old Wally in a while. I wonder how Wally's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him in a bit.
Well, I'll go to the box that makes it anymore.
That's true. Our oldest lovely.
That's what the commercial said earlier.
Well, she hadn't been out in a while. And to be honest with you, it has been a little minute. You do got to get back out there. Just people asking. You've been absent too long. So, our oldest, Miss Taylor Marie. See, Cassie, Jason, Corey, Justin. Thank you guys for listening. Miss Christy Crow. And who else we got here? And all of our first responders and our veterans. We want to thank all you guys for all y'all do. The sacrifices you make, the families' sacrifices that they make.
Definitely.
We appreciate all you guys. And I guess that might be...
Shout out to Alicia.
To Alicia, yeah. Shout out to Alicia. Shout out to Mr. Mark and Todd Young, Mr. Andy Young.
Yeah.
Appreciate them for listening to being loyal family members and some of the most inspirational men in our lives. So I guess that's got it, guys, for the shout-outs.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Love you guys.
Y'all.
Deuces.